Welcome. What does the right to communicate to the public mean, and when is this right most likely to be infringed? During this short video, I will answer these questions and hopefully make it easier for you to understand this topic. The right to communicate to the public is an exclusive right found in copyright law that protects the copyright owner's ability to communicate their works or subject matter other than works to the public. Under copyright law, works include literary works, dramatic works, musical works, or artistic works. Subject matter other than works includes sound recordings, cinematographic films, television and sound broadcasts, and published editions. The right to communicate to the public protects copyright owners of all of the aforementioned materials, except owners of published editions. It is a direct infringement of copyright law for a person to communicate any of these materials to the public if they are not the copyright owner, nor do they have permission or authorization from the copyright owner. In order to understand when this right is most likely to be infringed, we will take a look at the meaning of communicate and who constitutes the public. What is meant by communicate? Communicate means to make available online or electronically transmit a work or other subject matter. For all forms of communication, other than broadcasts, the person who is deemed to have communicated the material is the person responsible for determining the content of the communication. For example, a person or organization, such as an internet service provider or a telecommunication company, who provides the means for others to conduct unauthorized communication but have not determined the content of such communication, cannot be sued for infringement. Further, a person accessing material online, for example, by clicking on a link, is also not responsible for determining the content communicated. Remember, in order for it to be an infringement of the communication right, it must be a communication to the public. So who is the public? To the public does not translate to mean in public, nor does it mean that the material was accessed or accessible to a large group of people at once. Communication to individual members of the public can occur in a private or domestic setting. The meaning of the public was broadly interpreted as a result of the decision in Telstra and Australasian Performing Right Association Limited to mean the copyright owner's public. It is more likely to be held to be the copyright owner's public if the communication in question is accessible by any member of the public and is of a commercial nature or threatens the copyright owner's economic interests. Therefore, forwarding of a text via email to a single recipient would not constitute communication to the public. However, electronically transmitting cinematographic film by individual subscribers of an internet service provider without the copyright owner's authority to other individuals who could download the material would constitute communication to the public. This is because, in this instance, the material can be accessed by anyone with an internet connection and is to the financial disadvantage of copyright owners. Therefore, when trying to work out if the right to communicate to the public has been infringed, first find out whether the copyright owner has provided permission or authorization. If they have not, and the material falls under a protected work or other subject matter, ask yourself, were they responsible for determining the content communicated? And was it communicated to the copyright owner's public, causing them financial disadvantage? If the answer to the two last questions is yes, it is likely the right to communicate to the public has been infringed.